All right, well, let me get the vacuum here and see what I can do. All right, so we got the extension cord. We're gonna plug it in and see what it does for the first time. Why, I hope it doesn't burn up. I don't hear nothing. Well, look at that. Is that supposed to be 78? I don't think so, Tim. Okay, 45. Okay, it looks like it's gonna need some adjustment. All right, I'm gonna take this thing off. Figure out how to take it off. See what happens. A lot of oil in there. Oh, look at that. It's coming right up. I'm afraid to look. All right, so what do we got? We got, I don't see any flat spots, which is good. So that's a good thing. We don't see any flat spots. But you can see it's pretty nasty. What are you doing? As you can see, I cleaned it up a little bit. It's not totally done yet. I need to take this apart. I've taken my little wheel, wherever it is. Oh, there it is. I've taken this apart. I'm going to clean this and lubricate it. It was not easy to turn that thing. Oh, a little WD-40 on there, which definitely needs it. It's definitely dirty. So everything's gummy and dirty, nasty. You name it, it is dirty. All right, so in order to get this screw out, I had to take the motor off, which is pretty nasty. So I'll clean that up and oil it. And then right here, there's a nut. So, and this nut, I couldn't get to it because of the motor. So I'm going to go ahead and get my tools and try to get this nut off of there and put a new screw on there so I can take these things off. Oops, sorry. These things off so I can clean them all up. All right, so that's my next step. All right, I finally got it off. This little screw was totally stripped. See that? Somebody tried to get it off, couldn't do it. He probably didn't know there was a nut behind it. So I'm going to replace this screw, definitely. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean this up like it should. Look at that. It's pretty dirty and nasty. Okay, first things first. All right, I've got it all back together. I put some white grease on here for lubrication. I don't want to put oil because oil eventually will leave and be dry again. So, and I've got this thing all cleaned up. I'm going to put a little white grease at the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and I found a new screw for this. So now I'm going to put it back together and we'll take it from there. All right, check this out. I've got it, I'm using an old amplifier, Radio Shack amplifier. The needle is not great. It needs to be changed, but you'll get the idea that it does work. Of course, all right, let's try it again. All right, I've got a Radio Shack amplifier to see if this thing works, and it does. but I don't think it's striking in the right place, but that's just an adjustment. Needs a new needle. See, and it's also hanging up right there. I don't know why. So I'm getting there. Got to make a few adjustments and get a new needle. And right there it hangs up. I'm not going to do it this time. Yeah, it is. Right there. Huh. All right. It's time to do some more lubrication. Okay, so here's a problem I came across. This thing would not eject. You know, this thing's supposed to release the record every time it does a full cycle. This thing here is pushed in, but it bottoms out before it has a chance to even hit that thing. So what I did is I found some stock. I don't know. This is 1/8. Anyway, I put a point to it because this inside is tapered. If it was flat, it wouldn't. Like this one, that one's flat, which doesn't make sense to me. Um, so what I did is I put this in here to see what it would do, and guess what? Oops, it works as I push it in. Isn't that weird? So there's either a piece missing, because why do I need to put another piece inside, or do I need to weld one to this? See, this here has a lock ring, so it can't go any further. The record player can push this, and it's spring loaded. So I guess if it goes too far, it won't jam up. So this is solid. I mean, it can't go any further. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So the next thing I'm going to do is figure out the length I need to make this work. So when it goes in, it pushes it. So one thing at a time. Let me see what I can come up with. All right. So what I did is I welded a tip on here. You can see the weld right there, right here, right there. And now when I put it in here, oops, yeah. Oh, that's not working like it should. Okay, I think the tip needs to be more at an angle. Yeah, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so I got to give it more angle. Okay, all right, let's try this again. I give it just a little more angle on the tip so it works each and every time. Okay, so far so good. Turn it, turn it, turn it. So it works no matter. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put it back together and see if I can make it happen. It might be too long. It might be too long, so we'll see. All right, I think I finally got it. I had to cut another 1/8 of an inch off the top because it wasn't going through, but there it is. Now I just got to adjust where it lands. So, all right. One giant step for mankind, and let's fix it.
One for the money, two for the roll, three to get ready, now save my soul. Sitting in my hot rod, ready to roll. I look through the windshield, saw the patrol. Something that you better be.
All right, just wanted to show you my turntable. What I did is I sprayed it with this truck bed coating at first. First I took off the old flocking, but not the edge, just the top. Sanded it down a little bit, make it rough. Then I sprayed it with this, and then I went and picked up this felt, which is it's got a adhesive backing to it. If I can get this off, I can show you. Yeah, it's got this adhesive backing to it, and I cut it with this thing. I made this thing. This guy welded a razor blade on top of this, and yeah, so there you have it. So yeah, the turntable is done, and so let's check the speed on that puppy. All right, so this is 78 RPM. We're looking at this line right here. You can see it's just going a hair slow. All right. As it warms up, it goes faster, but let's try 45 here. 45 is this line, and that's a hair fast. Okay, I can usually adjust it, but just by playing with this. See, now it's almost perfect right there, middle line. If I let it go, then it slows down. Let's go back to 78 real quick. Same thing with 78. If you play with it, now it's almost steady. Almost. All right, let's go back to 33. 33 is this line. Just a hair fast. Again, if you play with this knob, you can make it almost perfect. It's real sensitive. It's a little fast still. All right, well, back to 45. 45 is a hair fast. Play with the knob. Then 78 again. There's 78 over here. All right, well, now it's time to work on the cabinet. This is part 2. There will be a part 3. Please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell. You can get these things on the web. Just search for a strobe disc, and you can print it out, and then I laminated it, poked a hole in the center, and there you have it. It works great for, it tells you right here what it is, 78, 45, 33, and a third. So yeah, you can download this stuff. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 3.